Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street. For this Monday, April 3rd, I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Hope all of you are getting off to a great start on this beautiful morning. Coming up on today's show, we are talking tourism in Rutherford County. We met up with the Senior Vice President of the Convention and Visitors Bureau there in Rutherford County, and she talks to us about tourism dollars and the fun sights to see there in Rutherford County. Also this morning, we revisit a segment that we did with Catherine Mayhew a little bit ago. We are looking at Flour and Forge once again this morning and what makes this particular food truck so special. And then we round out today's show with talking with Officer Dylan Lawrence from the Clarksville Police Department. He's going to be sharing with us student traffic awareness training that is coming up, but he also has some great tips for new drivers out there. But first, let's get a check of the headlines. The Readyville community in Rutherford County continues to search and clear debris after Saturday morning's tornado. In addition to homes, many of the town's historic properties were destroyed. Rutherford County Mayor Joe Carr asked Governor Bill Lee to declare a state of emergency and provide state assistance for the devastated Readyville community. You can read much more by going to murfreesboropost.com. And the U.S. Army has identified the 9 soldiers who were killed in a training accident on Wednesday evening last week when 2 HH-60 Black Hawk helicopters crashed in a field near Fort Campbell, Kentucky. It's still unclear what caused the crash. We do have the names and pictures of the 9 soldiers at mainstreetmediatn.com. And then 2 Rutherford County Sheriff's deputies have been recommended for medals after pulling a man from a burning home. Deputy Steve Hill, Corporal Ethan Shinnefield, and Deputy Jamie Murphy of the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office saw that the man was trapped inside of his bedroom by smoke and flames. Well, that's when Hill and Shinnefield tried to pull the man out from a window, but a couch had blocked their way. Well, Hill jumped through the window and moved the couch, so the man was saved, as well as his dog, who was also rescued. You can learn so much more about this story by going to murfreesboropost.com. Well, let's get a check of the forecast and see if we can expect any rain in the coming days. We turn to Tennessee Valley weather for the very latest in our weather forecast.
Hey folks, happy Monday. Thank you for stopping by Tennessee Valley Weather. I'm Ben Luna. All right, across the area weather-wise today, we've got clouds and rain to contend with, but the good news, not going to last all day. Here's a look at your futurecast. Into motion, you can see that stuff is out of here and gone by the mid to late morning. However, 1 or 2 little spotty leftover showers could linger into the afternoon, especially I-40 and south. Now, this afternoon, some of you might actually do a smidgen of clearing before it's all said and done with, but don't get too used to it because clouds are going to thicken right back up overnight and into early Tuesday morning. And then we could actually be looking at a few spotty showers here tomorrow, maybe an embedded thunderstorm. We'll keep eyes on that for you again as we step through the day. Tuesday, especially off to the west, some of those storms might want to be at just a little bit more on the rocky side. All right, that's why you have that 30% chance for rain on the 7-day forecast tomorrow, including a high of 82 on a regional average here for tomorrow. Now, showers and storms develop again and cross the entire region on Wednesday. I think that's going to be a good sprinkle from Mother Nature, if you will, where we could pick up between an inch, maybe an inch and a half of rainfall area wide here. The good news, that's gone by the morning hours of Thursday. I think we're dry through the latter portion of Thursday before a few spotty showers will creep back into the forecast on Friday. Notice the front Wednesday does bring in some slightly cooler air to close the work week. That's a look at your forecast. Thank you for stopping by Tennessee Valley Weather. Make it a great Monday.
Stick with us. We're talking tourism and some fun spots that you can check out in Rutherford County. We'll be right back.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd, the goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Experience Predators hockey all season long. Visit NashvillePredators.com/season tickets and join the Loyal Legion today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour. It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around. Didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Tell me your name, sir. Where you are right now?
Main Street Sports Today strives to bring you the most timely and comprehensive coverage of sports news and more from Middle Tennessee and beyond.
We cover the teams you care about from preps to pros and bring some of the most influential voices in sports to keep you in the know.
Tune into Main Street Sports Today each Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Download the Main Street Media TV app.
Welcome back. This morning we are in Murfreesboro, Tennessee at the Rutherford County Convention and Visitors Bureau. I have Barbara Wolke with us to talk to us about tourism and just how important it is maybe for you guys to stop by the tourism center that we have here to check out some of the displays, the brochures, and to gather information if you're visiting here in Murfreesboro or Rutherford County. So first off, Barbara, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you, Stephanie.
Now, how important are you guys to those who are traveling in or even just to those who live here?
Well, absolutely. Rutherford County offers that hometown feel with a big city flavor, located just minutes from Nashville. We offer over 400 restaurants to delight every taste and 5,500 hotel rooms in the county. To tell you a little bit about how we operate under the umbrella of the Chamber of Commerce. And we're funded by the hotel tax in the county, so it's important that we keep our hotels full. The tourism economic impact for 1 year in Rutherford County, would you believe, is $634 million. And those numbers reflect a 34% increase over the previous year.
For 1 year?
Yes.
That's incredible to me. And I guess I would think a lot of that has to do with having a university here in town, but is that the only reason people travel through, or no?
Well, actually, MTSU is a great partner, as well as the city of Murfreesboro and the town of Smyrna, Laverne, and Eagleville. But in 2014, we trademarked Rutherford County the sports capital of Tennessee. So we capitalized on that. We host what is called the TSSAA Spring Fling, which we are gearing up now for. So if anyone would like to volunteer, they can contact me at the Convention and Visitors Bureau. It is an Olympic-style sporting event, and several sports, your baseball, softball, soccer, track and field, and tennis. And it brings about 41,000 people to the area.
That's incredible.
Yes, May 23rd through the 26th.
Thank you for sharing that with us. And as people are coming in, say if they have some extra free time, where else should they go? What else should they check out while they're here?
Oh, we have a plethora of attractions. So we are home of Stones River National Battlefield for Civil War buffs, of course, and then Oakland's Mansion, which is a beautiful mansion caught in the crossfire of the Civil War. Family fun attractions, the Discovery Center, lots of activities there for kids of all ages, as well as the Smyrna Outdoor Adventure Center, where there's a rock climbing wall and many activities there, where groups and individuals can grab a performance at the Center for the Arts. Bradley Academy Cultural Museum is another great stop, as well as Cannonsburg Village. And Cannonsburg Village is a little southern village with buildings that date back to the 1800s. They're original to the period, but not the location. But we have a one-room schoolhouse, a grist mill, a blacksmith shop there. So it's lots of fun for everyone.
Oh, I would say so. Barbara, tell me, what do you enjoy most about the position that you have?
What I enjoy most is that I wake up every morning and I go to work doing something I love. And if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life.
That is very true. We've said that many a times with people that we have talked with who kind of put off that same vibe and energy that you have this morning. For those coming in here to the chamber when they're coming in the building, they can stop and pick up a brochure to pretty much anything that's happening, and from what I'm seeing, in the state of Tennessee.
Absolutely. We have brochures from across Middle, East, and West Tennessee. Our visitors don't see county lines, so we work with our partners from across the state to help promote tourism.
That is wonderful. What else would you like to say to everyone who may be seeing this or watching this about Rutherford County?
I would just like to say, if you haven't been out to visit our attractions in Rutherford County, please get out and do so, and stop by the Visitor Center here and grab some brochures. And we hope that you'll say hi to us whenever you stop by and let us know you stopped by.
And we talked a little bit about the tourism dollars that do come in here each year to Rutherford County. For anyone traveling, why is it important for them to spend their money maybe at local shops, local places when they're visiting two different communities?
Yes, well, for travelers and visitors alike, as well as residents, each household in Rutherford County sees a tax relief of $436 every year because of tourism. So if tourism went away, you would pay $436 more in taxes.
That's something to keep in mind.
Yes.
Barbara, thank you. Is there anything else I haven't asked you that you would want to share?
If you would like to volunteer for the TSSAA Spring Fling in May, give me a call.
We will do that. Barbara, thank you so much. Stick with us right here because you know what? We have more coming up right after this.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Hey folks, while we take a quick break from the show, I want to tell you about our friends over at Custom Stone Handlers in downtown Columbia. Ed Rich and his team at Custom Stone Handlers believe in leadership. And outside of the military, our greatest leader building platform is sports. Custom Stone Handlers proudly encourages young people to get in the game. You can contact them today at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStonehandlers.com.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. So let's eat. Let's do this with our food writer and food aficionado. She knows all things good food. It is Catherine Mayhew. She is with us. Catherine, welcome and good morning to you.
Well, good morning to you. How are you doing?
Fantastic, and going to be better once we hear about this place that we're talking about today, Flour and Forge, a pizza company.
It is a pizza company. It has we call it a food truck. It's really a food mansion. It is made out of a cargo container.
Okay.
With the kind of thing that you see in a port, right? And they have retrofitted this thing into a pizza caravan. And they got a wood-burning pizza oven that they had to lower into the space with a crane.
What?
But it allows them to grill pizzas, we call it a la minute, at the minute. And if you order your pizza at the window, you can watch it go into the oven and watch it come back out again. Yes. And it's a wonderful idea that I cannot believe they pulled off. They vented the oven through the roof of the cargo container. This is all on wheels, by the way. It's all on wheels. It's mobile. And so when you get close to it, you start smelling these wonderful smells of, wood smoke and pizza dough and toppings. So it's the best advertisement you could have.
I would say so. Where are they from? How did they come up with this concept?
I am not sure.
Okay.
I talked to the guy behind the counter a lot, and I was very interested in the whole construction of the thing, but I'm not sure how they started. But they do a lot of catering also. So if you wanted to get them to come to your event, they bring the cargo container, and they can churn out like 1,000 pizzas in a couple hours.
Oh, that's incredible. What a unique concept. So what are their pizza styles like? Is it a thin crust? Is it hand tossed? What is that? What does it
It's
taste
kind
like?
of in the middle. It's they have a very good fermented dough, and the pizzas are like individual size, like 10 to 12 inches. So, a hungry person could easily just eat one at one sitting. And the crust is it's thin in the middle, but not particularly like crusty. It's more like a New York foldable crust. And then the outside is very pleasantly puffy, which allows part of it to sort of blister up in the wood oven. And that char gives it a really good, deep, rich taste.
Oh, I can imagine. And different toppings. You can select different toppings, or do you kind of have to stick with what I guess they're
well, here's the rub of this truck. So first of all, you cannot order a slice. You have to go with a whole pizza. But they're small, so you can deal with that.
Right.
And they will try to customize it any way you want, but technically they have two sort of pizzas for the average person, which is cheese and pepperoni. And then they launch off into this weird and fantastical world of different combinations and toppings. And the wise person will not go up to the window and say, well, please, take off the bacon and take off the pepperoni. No, just order the pizza. Order the pizza the way God intended you to eat it.
You will appreciate that you did order it just the way they intended you to.
Absolutely, because it's like a baseline. When you go any place and you're not sure what to expect, let them give it to you the way they want to give it to you. And then if you eat it and go, not for me, okay, fine. Then the next time, maybe you alter a few things.
I like that. That is great advice right there. We'll always love hearing the places that you dine and what we can expect when we go and just your recommendations. So each Monday we will hear from Catherine Mayhew about the best places to go and what they have to offer and just some really good food in some great areas. So Catherine, thank you. And we'll see you next week.
All right. Take care.
You too. Stay right here at Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up after this.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
At Miss Lou Steele's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lou Steele's. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back. We have one of my favorite individuals with us this morning. We have Officer Dylan Lawrence. He is Community Relations with the Clarksville Police Department. First off, Mr. Lawrence, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you again for having me.
You're welcome. It's always great to see him. You are just fun and you are so relatable and you get so much out there to our community. So tell us what you have coming up here for the students in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Our next big event is the Student Traffic Awareness Training. I always get that wrong, but it's our STAT class. It's just an opportunity for some of our younger drivers to come on out, learn some of the hazards that are actually out there on the road and some things that aren't exactly covered in driver's training.
Okay.
What to do when you're pulled over. That's a big one that nobody ever teaches you that. You just go, oh, I need to get over. So it's just, we have different demonstrations on, impaired driving, use distracted driving with cell phones. Behind us is our simulator that we run them through that has a lot of great programs that we can do in a safe environment without actually getting on the road and putting a phone in somebody's face. It kind of opens up the learning a little bit, opens up that dialogue about, hey, we're glad that you're, young adults, that you're driving, you're getting out into the world, but there's a lot of hazards that come with this. And as we get older, the parents mostly, having 3 children with licenses now, it's something that you kind of overlook how kind of crazy driving really is. But if you've been doing it for 20 plus years, it's not that big of a deal. So it's something that we can kind of impart to the students a little bit, just to kind of let them know, not to scare them, but to,
open
hey,
their eyes.
Yeah, you're driving a couple tons of metal that can be a lot scary. So it's not to scare them, like I said. It's more of a educational opportunity for them.
Right. And do they have to have their license, or what if they have their permit?
Both.
Okay.
We have some students that are getting ready to slide into that permit program.
Okay.
So pretty much from 14 up, we do. We've had a few adults come through that just, I've never had a license before. This is one of those. So yeah, it's open to pretty much everybody. We have some that are voluntary, some that have been pushed by the courts, but it's just a kind of a day of class where they can come out and learn in kind of a safe environment. We do some of the old tropes with like the drunk driving goggles. We have the simulator. We do, different little things to keep them engaged rather than just, staying in front of a PowerPoint and driving is scary. This is what you shouldn't do. Don't look at your phone. We try to really make it fun and engaging.
So hands-on.
Very hands-on. There is, of course, some lecture, but there's, quizzes and tests along the way. Ways that we can interact.
Right. Now, is there like that aha moment for some of the kids? Like, oh, I didn't realize that, or that's something I definitely did not know.
Sometimes. Okay. And it's so varied with a lot of our students. Some of them in the simulator because there is on one of the scenarios where a phone will come up and it will take your vision away from the road for, I think it's 1.5 seconds. And they see how far they travel in 1.5 seconds. Going at 30 miles an hour, simulated, thankfully, but just how much you're looking away from the road when you're not completely focused on the road.
Maybe there are some adults out there that we should all take this class. I'm just saying, and that I'm included in that.
I would highly encourage it. And as a officer that drives around, I have 2 phones in my pockets. I have a computer in my car. I know that there's a lot out there to take your mind away from. But like we were saying at the beginning, if you're doing this for 2 decades, it becomes more common. So it's trying to just bring people back to the reality of this is a dangerous thing that we're doing, and they're designed to be very safe. And you hope that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. But, here's what, when you start getting impaired, here's what happens to your motor skills. Right. Here's what happens when you're distracted and looking away from the road for just a moment. So it's one of those, it's really engaging, and we really believe in it. So we try to encourage as many people as possible to come out.
Very nice. When is this happening, and how can we get more information?
The next one is on April 22nd. Okay. The easiest way to get a hold of anything is what I put out, which is usually through our social media. So check the Clarksville Police Department Facebook page. Make sure it's Clarksville, Tennessee, and not Clarksville, Indiana. They are tired of hearing from us, and we kind of get tired of hearing from them. But we have a much, if you see our car, it's us. If it's a blue car, it's somebody else.
Gotcha. And you guys have so much information on your Facebook page. This is something I check out often. You guys put everything right there.
We try to stay very connected with our community. And like I tell a lot of people, we're part of the community. We don't police the community.
That is very true. No, you guys are awesome, amazing. Again, thank you to all of those with the Clarksville Police Department. Officer Dylan Lawrence, Community Relations. We look forward to having you back. For all of you right there, stay with us because we have more coming up after this.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louie team, leading you home.
Welcome back. So we have not had a birthday in a while. So if you have a birthday or an anniversary, please send it to us here at Mornings on Main Street. Just send it in to smiller@mainstreetmediatn.com. Looking at our national days today, this is a cute one. It's National Find a Rainbow Day. So if you find your rainbow, check at the very end, because I've always heard there's a pot of gold at the end of every rainbow. Who knows? And then also today, looking ahead at a couple of events coming up this weekend. Go ahead and mark your calendar, because you have the Middle Tennessee Anime Convention happening Friday through Sunday. This will be going on at the Grand Hyatt in Nashville. The hotel address for you is 1000 Broadway there in Nashville. You can go ahead and get your tickets online now. Also coming up this weekend that you may want to mark your calendars, you have the 2023 Nashville Home and Remodeling Expo. This is going on from the 6th through the 8th, and it will be taking place at the Music City Center there in Nashville. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street for this Monday morning. We hope you have a blessed rest of the day and look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Stay with us because we have more coming up after this.
Here at Dixon Medical Associates, we've got you covered from neck to toe. Our orthopedics team offers services in sports medicine, foot and ankle reconstruction, spinal surgery, and more. We also have in-house imaging and physical therapy. Dixon Medical Associates, we specialize in what moves you.
Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net. This is Chris Yao with Main Street Sports Today. Every show, Mo Patton and I welcome friends from all across the sports landscape, from high school coaches and reporters to national, college, and pro sports personalities. You never know who might stop by for a chat. AP Tennessee Sports Editor, three-time Tennessee Sports Writer of the Year 2020 TSWA Hall of Famer. She covers the Titans, the Predators, the Grizzlies, college football, and hoops. Please make welcome Teresa Walker.
Former University of Tennessee, former Team USA Olympian, ex-Cy Young Award winner, R.A. Dickey. R.A., did I miss anything?
Man, that was sweet. Yeah, I need to listen to that before I go to bed every night. That was nice.
Has 5 sports Emmys. That's not bad for the other guy in Wham, Ryan McGee.
The other guy in Wham married the best looking girl, Bananarama, so the other guy in Wham had a pretty good life.
From preps to pros, we're taking on the sports topics you care about. Tune in across Main Street Media social platforms at 2 p.m. or on demand on your podcast distribution platform.